This is the coaching call vault for teachers, right? So if you hover over for teachers and you select coaching call vault, it's going to take you to this section. And if I just quickly scroll through it, I mean, there's hundreds of videos. And if you click on any section, or if you look down here, they'll have a ton of different topics that we go over during this hour-long coaching call, right? Now, if you have a particular thing that you know you want to learn, right? Like say you're having a student that's really shy in class and you don't know how to get through to that student and you want to get them to be more outgoing, right? Then all you have to do is on a Mac, you'd press Command F, and on a Windows computer, you'd press Control F, and this little thing will pop up in this corner. It's your search field, and you just search for shy, and then you'll see how many results there are. So there's 2 results here. So I can scroll down to the first result. Actually, that's the second. There's the first result, right? How to get shy cultures in classes to let loose. So I could just click on that link, and it actually pulls me straight to the 51-second mark in the video, and then it'll go into the details. And if I go again and scroll down, now this one is how to get shy groups out of their shell. This is a different time where I answered a similar question. It might be worded quite a little bit different, but I could just press play, and it's an 18-minute video of me covering that topic. And then let's say you wanted to get students to create their own movements, right? And you type create into the box. And now you go, okay, here's 7 easy steps to create a progressive series of classes. That's not quite what I'm looking for. I can scroll to the next one by pressing, again, these up and down buttons. So I'm going to press down. How to get your students to break the standards and create their own. That's more what I'm looking for. I could click on that link, and again, it's going to take me directly to the 25-minute mark in the video. Let me click on it one more time. There we go. 25-minute mark, and the video will start playing. There it goes. How do we break the standards? And I'm going to delve a right. And I can keep going through and go, okay, what's the next thing? It's using the CBAP formula to guide students to create their own movements that they feel confident with. So it sounds similar to this one, but using a very specific CBAP formula. Now, let's say you look for something and it's not in there, like create dance classes. Okay, so there's nothing on create dance classes, 0, 0. So over here on the right, you see this little feedback and suggestions and questions. If I click on that, it's going to open up a feedback and questions section right here. Now, there's one extra step that you're going to need to do when you're asking a question. You're going to actually need to hit browse ideas. And I'm working on fixing this so you don't have to do this, but you are going to press that button and it's going to open up a new page. And in this new page, right here in this bar, you're just going to ask your question. And then any similar questions or ideas will pop up like this one here. Someone asked the same question, and you can see I responded by giving them a 7-step lesson plan for creating progressive classes, right? And just click that link and you'll get the exact answer. Now, the reason why you need to do this for questions is because you can see this is actually a completed question that was answered. The completed questions won't show up here. So you actually need to go to this new page by hitting, again, by hitting the Browse Ideas button. It'll take you to this new page and you put in your question there. And then if the question has been answered, you'll have an answer right there. Now, if your question isn't answered, you can click this Post a New Idea button and add any details that help me understand your question better. Like, I want to know how to create a regular dance class, not a progressive series, right? And then you can select how many votes you want to give it. And you can give it up to 3 votes if you really want this question answered faster. The more votes, the more it bumps up in the queue of questions that I have. But let's say you just want to give it 1 vote. Then you add in your email, or you can sign in with Facebook or your Gmail account. And don't worry, your email is safe and doesn't get shared. It's just used so I can respond to your question directly. And after you sign in, you just post the idea and I'll respond as soon as possible.
And a lot of the time, you'll get an immediate response because I already answered the same question for someone else like I did here. So you won't have to wait more than a few seconds to get your response. And if I haven't answered your question yet, then I either answer the question for you as soon as I get your post, or I create an answer for you on the next coaching call and send you a direct link to the section of the call where I answer your question.
So anytime, as long as you're subscribed, if any moment during the day, 24/7, you have a question, just go here, ask the question, and that will be answered for you on the next coaching call, and you'll get the answer sent to your email so that you can go directly to that question. Okay, so that's the feedback bar. The other thing I want to point out is you do have access to these live calls once a month. You're on the call right now. And I really want you to use this coaching call to the best of your ability. And sometimes it's not the right time for you. And that's okay. You don't have to show up to the call to get value from it. The next thing I want to show you is in the bonus sections, I want to show you your private lessons. So if you just hover over and click private lessons, it will take you to that page.